So yeah, this brother, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like the word guru, but he's definitely a credit expert. And he has some, definitely has processes and ways of looking at credit that are very novel. And it's novel because the way he looks at it is for the benefit of the individual, not for the company getting you credit or, for the public or anything like that. It's more for the benefit of the individual. And you don't really see that in the public. And that's just the way I break it down. But, he's a good friend of mine, man. And, I would definitely like to welcome my brother Toran to the show. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Hey, fam, how you doing? Peace.
Peace, brother. How you? I'm great.
Doing well, man. Glad you can make it back. I know it's been a while. I know you've been busy. You've been hustling, but I appreciate you being able to make it back and, back on the show, man. Every time you do the show,
I
man,
appreciate you.
You got people looking out for you. So, hey, man, how's it going, man? Everything good with you? What's new?
Everything is good. It's great. I mean, I appreciate you having me again, adding another brick to the foundation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Every single time. It's cool, man. I'm excited, I'm really excited.
That's what I want to hear, man. Yeah. I know you could be doing other things, and I know you're busy, man, so I definitely appreciate you making time. So, with that being said, man, you pretty much know how to do your dance. This is nothing new to you. So, the topic is turning credit to cash. So, man, just do your dance. Jump in, man. What are we doing today?
Jump straight in. Today we're going to cover how to leverage your personal and business credit score for up to $250,000 in unsecured capital. Really more, but, it's processed. That's $250,000 in unsecured capital. But I'm mostly excited because I've finally been able to partner with a company that shares the same views, with regards to the credit industry, how it can be leveraged, things of that nature. They're a perfect fit. You remember I was spending some time looking for somebody who could handle volume or do their diligence and make sure they wouldn't have me out here looking bad. So they're a perfect fit. I don't think there's anything I could have come across that would have been a better fit. The company is Lender's Pocket. They just got a fresh website. It's not janky. The image is crispy.
What's the name of the company again? Lender's Pocket, like a lender?
Yeah, lender and a pocket. Lenders. Lenders. Lender's Pocket.
Okay. And that's .com. So can people go to that right now?
Yeah, you can check them out. Yeah, it's live. Okay. Matter of fact, they just got a fresh website. It's not like it's cold. It's got a fresh website. The whole shebang is, it's pretty much fully automated. So you don't have to worry about, did they get my email, when they going to hit me back, none of that type of stuff. It's very well put together. Allows me to do what I do best, Cool. I know everybody I send there, we're going to get taken care of. That's the main thing, because, put too much responsibility on other people. They don't perform. It's all bad. So I spent a good bit of time vetting the situation, making sure they weren't bullshitting or fly-by-night type company that, rape you on the fees and disappear in 6 months. We're sorry. This is, you know what I mean.
You try to tell them and it's really
You get a bounce back,
Yeah.
Yes, it's not delivered.
Okay, so this company, Lender's Pocket, they got your stamp of approval, Ron L. Because I never heard you stand for company. So,
nah, I haven't.
I just want to be clear.
I haven't. Because, a lot of cats, man, is bullshit. They say this and say that, but they really can't perform. So, show me.
You work with them, you talk to them, you ask them questions, as far as what about this, do you know about this, you know about that, and, they check out, even to the point where you even learn something working with these guys?
Oh, yeah, I learned a couple of new tactics, a couple of it'll streamline a lot of things, I learned a couple of new it's always something to learn, I know you calling me the guru or whatever, but I'm steady learning, making it more efficient, and I'm happy that it's live and it's a cool little combo, it's a cool little mixture, but it'd have been a lot better if I had this connection then, back before they started doing the credit squeeze. It's still time, but it'd have been a whole lot more lucrative before it started squeezing down. That's really why I wanted to come on the show, because we have a very good idea of what's coming down the pipeline. So, every week that goes by that I'm not. Go ahead.
I mean, I've spoken several times about the credit squeeze. In my opinion, it started happening about 6 months ago, maybe a little more, and it always precedes a recession or depression. When these companies who spend millions of dollars and they have elite professionals who understand trends and numbers and all that stuff, when these companies understand and know that it's time to stop extending credit because there's going to be a bunch of issues with the economy, which means layoffs and so on and so forth, and really when people start filing for bankruptcy, a lot of times credit cards are one of the first things. They're either restructured right away or maybe they kind of charged off and stuff. So one of the first indicators in the economy, at least in the United States economy, with regards to recession, is when lenders start squeezing or limiting the credit that they extend to not only consumers but also businesses. So, I just wanted to, top that up real quick, because you are not lying. The credit squeeze is happening, and I don't know if consumers are feeling it. You may have, had some late payments on your credit card or your department store card or something like that, and they lowered your limit. That's part of the credit squeeze as well. They're just going to start using every excuse they can to start lowering limits.
I was just about to say that. Use any excuse.
Yeah.
Any excuse.
Oh, man, go ahead, man. So, Lender's Pocket, you can check them out at lenderspocket.com, right?
Yep. LENDERS Pocket, like on your pants. Usually if you're a guy, most women don't have pockets, but lenderspocket.com. But we could jump straight. Matter of fact, before we begin, I must state that Lender's Pocket and its representatives, myself included, is not a direct lender, certified financial advisor, U.S. securities dealer, stockbroker, or investment advisor. I do not give legal advice. I myself am a business consultant and acting in the capacity of a financial intermediary who provides advice to private individuals on or about business matters. Please understand that the contemplated transactions are strictly private and in no way relates to the United States Securities Act of 1933 and does not involve the sale of registered securities. These transactions are private and exempt from the Act.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got that out of the way.
Yeah, you hear this dude? Man, look. You so did link up with some official ass. My man, I love it. Man. That was an ill disclaimer, y'all.
You got some new Nikes, brother.
That was legit. Y'all know I do man. I'm gonna stand on anything. I'm gonna stand on my understanding of contracts and contract law. And that was nice. That was nice. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to mess up your flow, man, but go ahead.
No, you good. I appreciate it, man. I'm telling you, they got me, But I'm gonna jump straight in, man. The biggest thing is no upfront fees. Like, matter of fact, before I jump on that, what you were saying about the credit squeeze, we see it happening with the applications with the amount that's the same profile about a year ago, especially a year and a half ago. A year, even 9 months ago, would have gotten you 30, 40, sometimes 50% more capital, more access to capital than the same exact profile this time around this time, right now, with what's going on with the economic climate. Like, we see it dwindling, and it's not going to support itself much longer. So I'm like, okay, the longer I wait to tell my people what I'm doing and, who I have access to and how they can leverage this and that, that's more time that it's getting worse. The situation is getting worse. We don't see it correcting itself, so which it has to at some point, but when it does, it's not going to be good. So my MO was get with somebody who can handle the volume and educate. That's what I want to do, just so you're informed. I can tell you, like I said, I can't really give you advice on what you should do. I can only tell you what I do and what this company here provides. Otherwise, anything after that, we have private consultations, so on and so forth. But the biggest thing, like I said, man, is no upfront fee. Like that has been the main. Oh my God, what did you say? There's no upfront fees. It's just, well, what's in it for you? A success fee, but we're a success fee driven company. You get what I'm saying? So it just makes all the sense in the world. It's a win-win situation. The more money we get them, the more money we make, but we don't put them in bad situations. But the ability to be able to go get unsecured capital, meaning you can spend it freely with no upfront fees, is pretty much unheard of unless you know somebody. The only fee that you will incur, I had to think about that just now. Like, really, no fee? Like, it's no fees for an application. There's no fee to sign up. There's no fee to go through this process. The only money you'll be spending will be on a credit monitoring report, which is $1 for 7 days, 7-day free trial. After that, they'll try to charge you $30, a month. But there's a way around that, get it a little cheaper. But because they need that. That's necessary. You're gonna have to have FICO reports, not Credit Karma, not Credit Check Total or ID Guard or whatever. All these BS. And they serve their purpose, but we need FICO reports, and that's what the system reads. It's easy. It's all consistent. It's automated pretty much. So aside from that, what is that? $30 a month. You only need it for 1 month. You can't spend $30 to get access to up to $250,000. Then you need a psych exam. That's the way I see it, at least.
Okay. So, my bad. I'm gonna jump in here. And I promise it's gonna be one of the last times I'll jump in. But I want to say, I've said this before. Y'all need to have a plan, and I'm putting it out there. Maybe you got the credit score. Maybe you're functioning at a level to where you're ready for this type of service. But you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan with what you're going to get into with this money, with this cash that is made available to you, how you're going to protect it, and any type of investment, you're playing yourself. And I'm telling you, I'm not even consenting to any type of energy like that. You have to have a business or some type of investment to pay it off. And at the very, very, very least, you need to have a business, some sort of investment, or some long-term, stable, legal income to service the debt until the business or investment is in a position to pay off the debt. You think you're in a bad situation right now? You think you need money right now? You think you're in debt right now? Get access to capital without a plan and see if your situation in the future, you're going to be thinking back to today, man, that was a much better position, even though I thought it was bad at that time. And you're not going to have anyone to blame but yourself. We are not in the business of seeing if you, oh, man, let me see your credit score. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. We're going to make some money off you. Go ahead, bye. Nah, that's not noble. And that's not honorable. And that does you no good. And I ain't out here putting marks on my soul just for some Federal Reserve notes, man. I know better. And And I deal with those who know better. So you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, don't even go to Lemon's Pocket, check it out, say, oh, it's a dope site. That's it. Don't do nothing else. Because this isn't trick money. It's not money, oh, I'm going to go to the club or I'm going to buy that car that I wanted. And all this. I mean, if you don't have a plan, all that stuff is gone. If you don't have the proper structure, you're not going to be able to protect it when you can't pay for, these minimum payments and stuff. And these creditors start coming after the assets of the one who availed itself of the credit in the first place. If you're not properly structured, you're not properly, I don't want to hear. Let it be known. You need to have a plan. That's,
It's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but while we on the do's and the don'ts, specifically the don'ts, don't bother signing up if you know you don't meet the requirements. They're listed on the site. You scroll down, click the menu, scroll down to requirements. They're very simple. They're not too strenuous, but and I'll run through those a little later. But for the ones who don't qualify right now, I'm working with another group right now on the credit restoration platform, so I can help those get in the game who currently on the sidelines who can't jump in the game right now. So you don't have a 680 or better, preferably 700. You might have to sit out this session, but there's a solution being put together for you. Kind of like there's no child left behind. Like, we're not going to forget about you. We working on you too, because I was once in that position, which, kind of got me to where I am now. But you're very right, man. They definitely need to have a plan. It'll make us look bad if they don't do what they need to do, but I don't want to see them in a messed up situation. That's the main thing, because we are a bridge between the lenders and your pocket, your entity, either your person, your business. We're the intermediary between. There's nothing stopping you from going to these same institutions or lenders that we go to, except you don't have the connection. You don't have access to underwriters. You don't have, you know what I mean? So they won't know that. All they know is it's on you. This is your financial reputation on paper. But we try to avoid sending shitty leads, for lack of better words, and wasting people's time, making people's life worse than what it already is. We only want to help. So, if you know that you don't qualify, just sit back this season. And if you do qualify, have a plan, because it can go bad real fast, especially if you're not structured properly. Like, you putting, who knows, you might have a house in your name, you might have a car in your name, and you miss something here and you don't know what you're doing. You haven't, paid for trustee training or had the proper entity set up. It's just going to be a shit show. That's what it's going to be. So, and not to scare anybody away, but I just wanted to put that out there, I don't, any kind of delinquent behavior. We all need to we're all adults, so
exactly.
Definitely wanted to put that in there. But what's in it for us? I want to jump on that, because a lot of people ask, what's in it for you guys? Well, we get paid on the back end. We get paid when you get paid. So the more you make, the more we make, and it's just a win-win situation all the way around. Basically, it allows you to get the results first, and incentivize us to get as much as we can for you within the range that you requested. And back to the plan, if you don't have a solid plan, be mindful of how much you request. It says up to, you know me, man, I'm going to keep it all the way real. Like, it's a nice marketing tactic and all that, but people are not getting $250,000 unsecured and you ain't showing no docs, no nothing. Like, it's not happening, not these days. It's not happening. You might have you need to have stellar credit. You need to be a credit nut. You need to have 850, no marks. Your name need to have the little tilt, whatever is on top of your E on your name. All that needs to be in the credit report. No renditions, no John Q. Doe and then John Doe and J.Q. Doe. Like, it needs to have the whole thing, and, like, a business that's leverageable, some real history. But majority of the clientele, on average, especially with the credit squeeze going on, is seeing about 60 to 80,000, maybe 100 if they have military affiliation, or, you know, $250,000 is more so you got your personal and you got your business, and it has some history on it. You can go ahead and rock out, at least off the first round, at least off the muscle. Like, I haven't seen it happen for a while. I think he got 226 and some change. Yeah, cat out of Arizona. Yeah, 226 and some change. But it doesn't happen frequently. You can, you know, it's all about your credit worthiness, and I don't see it happening without, you know, some very substantial trade lines on a business and on your personal. But it's still worthwhile. It's a better alternative to traditional borrowing, you know, traditional banking, all of that. Like, it's faster. It leaves you more lean. And you're getting access to capital from, you know, tried and trusted lenders. It's 100% unsecured. So, you know, and slow me down if I'm using terms that, because I know a lot of people don't know what unsecured is. And for the ones who do, I apologize for being redundant. But, you know, unsecured capital is capital that is not backed by your assets, your vehicle, your residence, any property, any of your assets that you own. It is not collateralized, meaning, you know how you go get an auto loan and you can't make the payments and they come get the car. It don't matter if it's 60 months and you paid 58, you missed the 59th. They're coming to get the whip and you lost 58. This doesn't work that way. The only collateral is the card itself, the plastic that it came on, or the paper that it came on. You know, however those funds got transferred.
But I want to say this. You know, you get the cap. Let's say you get you know, I get like 60 G's. No. Let's be more realistic. Let's say I get like $80,000-$90,000. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I just went through funding, and I get a car. You know, nice whip. You know, man, I'm an idiot. So I spent $40,000 on the car. So half of what I got, I bought a car. I got the other $40,000, and I put it in 3 investments, and 2 of them go bad. So I can't service the debt. Car's in my name, and all the other stuff is in my name. In that specific situation, if the lenders are coming at me, they can take the car that's in my name, quote.
Oh, yeah.
In my name, you know what I'm saying? Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. If that comes back to being structured correctly, I'm like, okay, you getting to the part where this is a trick question, because you got to be structured properly. You don't have nothing in your name. You want to be a bum on paper. You don't have a phone in your name. If you can do it, you put it in a business name. Don't make no money, or except for whatever you make if you work. You're a W-2 employee, that's it. Don't show nothing else on paper.
So there's no collateral.
You get structured.
Like I don't have to sign away my house, or say I got a car and give them access to a lien against my car. Like I don't have to get no collateral, but getting the money without collateral, if I'm not structured properly, it's still collateral kind of in a way anyway.
It's up for grabs. It's still up for grabs. If you just out here being a whole asshole, it's just like, I'm not about to pay you. I'm keeping it. Holler at me when you holler at me. See me when you see me. Like, yeah, they will see you, and they will serve you some paper, and you will be paying somebody's. But there's always a remedy, man, and that's being structured properly. And we want to be noble and be responsible. Be protected. Protect yourself. Anything can happen that would cause somebody to wind down that path of defaulting or not being able to service that debt. So you want to be padded regardless. You want to be structured properly. But yes, you are absolutely correct. I appreciate you. Man, I guess I got so accustomed to this private lifestyle. I'm not,
Yeah. in the public right now. Toran.
Yeah. I know. I should hit that point too. I appreciate that. But where was I? Yeah, it's unsecured. Did I answer it correctly? You know, we're good. Yeah, I want to make sure they understand.
That was the point I was looking to make.
The fact that it's 100% unsecured, man, that means it's freely spendable. You finance anything you want. You want to go buy a property, flip it, whatever. Invest in expanding your own business, a startup, or you might be into it's so many options. And a lot of times people have ideas or tried and proven formulas, and they want to jump into this, they want to jump into that, and they lack the funding. This could be that funding, but you don't want to jump, off the cliff and not know that, whoever was putting your parachute together did. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you know what you're doing. You don't want to jump off of something brand new and be stuck with that because you had a good idea.
I feel like one of the best things you can do is partner with someone who's like-minded. I kind of get elaborate with stuff, though. Partner with someone like-minded, right? And then y'all both go in on a real estate investment trust, right? Put all the money in the real estate investment trust, right? And then buy some real estate, but it just so happens that real estate, there's an improvement on top of that land. So it's like a building or something like that. And then create another entity and occupy the business within the building, the building through another entity. And structure it that way. But a lot of times you get $200,000, you can get your own property. You don't need to. But I'm serious. Look, if you can something tried and true, like pop a Burger King off. That's why I say try to get some other investors, because not only are you going to have to get the land, but you're also going to have to get the business and the structure, or the licensing for certain franchises and stuff like that. But something that's tried and true. Don't pop off. I'm gonna start my own T-shirt company, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna do this clothing label, unless that's your passion, because I ain't really talking mess about nobody, and you know what you're doing. You got the logo ready, you got the shirts ready, you got the design on the shirts ready. You done already did some market research. People telling you the shirt's popping. People want to buy them. They keep messing with you. They call you over and over again. Let me buy the shirt. I just need to buy the shirt. I'm gonna be lit going to the party. Let me buy the shirt. I can't speak for, what is a successful business model for each individual or, for a group of investors. But I'm saying, like, it needs to be something for real. But if all else fails, you can put it in the foundation, man. I'm not even going to say that. Man. I'll stop myself. But it's like, just be smart is what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, be smart and, stick to the basics. And then once you get free, and we got passive income coming in, it was a nice little step up. Now now we can kind of what is it, gamble is what I call it. We can gamble with what we're doing as far as trying to make money and stuff, because we already have that solid foundation, and we good. So I'm gonna give it right back to you, man. My bad.
No, you good, man. We play tag team, but what's the last thing I said? 100% unsecured. Yeah, it's unsecured capital. I love that term, man. Unsecured. Doesn't it sound good? Off the chain capital. Maybe not. Hey, look. Another valid, a big piece of it though, man, is the interest rates. You're not stuck with something that's through the roof that you just, it's not even worth your time. Most of the products that we push you towards have lower interest rates. Some of them even 0% APR for like the first 12, 13, 15, and 18 months. I haven't seen anything longer than 18. But that's a while to just pay minimums and do what you need to do while you service that debt. So you're not paying interest payments you can transfer some other debt that you already have to that and lower that debt utilization to be able to go get more. Like, man, there's so many tactics I've picked up just working with these guys. You know, that was one that I kind of already understood, but it's more pieces to it. You know, it's always more to elaborate on, more to learn. And we already touched on this. You know, it's no collateral required. That should be in the trust, regardless. So, let's say you get a whole lot of money, got good credit, decent credit, get a whole lot of money. First thing I would do, holler at Brother Sot, get structured properly. You can have a whole other conversation about what you can do with your entity or your person, or, you know, and get more capital. It's already no collateral required, no employment verification, so you don't have to provide proof of employment. They just want to know that you have, you know, means of servicing it, some way of paying it back. What income sources do you have? And those income sources don't necessarily have to be verified. They're not required to be verified. So we don't require income verification, only stated income. But if you can provide it, it'll open you up to more funding options. You know, it definitely helps if you can provide it, but it's not required. The one of the biggest but overlooked pieces or benefits to me is that you can keep using the revolving lines of credit. Like, so, you know, you only pay a one-time 12% success fee on the back end after successful funding, and you keep getting access to the same money. You keep turning it over and over and over. It's not like, okay, I finished with this one. Can you guys give me another one? Oh, I halfway finished this one. I need more. And I'm still servicing the first one, and I don't know how I'm going to do the second one, but, you know, it'll keep you lean. And that's one of the, I think that often gets overlooked, the power of revolving lines of credit. You know, you can do whatever you really want. Fund your own business, retain equity, you know, as opposed to seeking some outside investment capital and putting, you know, the more skin you put in the game early, it allows you to make more money and keep control of the entity, you know, long term.
And so, on that note, I just consulted a client who started his own business. I won't even say what industry it is in because I want to just, you know, maintain his privacy. But he started the business. I think it was him and his partner, or it was him and his brother. Started the business, right? Put in some initial capital. Went and got investors, gave up. He initially started with I think 45% ownership or something, and put in some capital, got to a point where he needed to bring in investors, brought in investors without consulting me. He waited and then hit me up when it got bad. Got the investors, signed away another 20%. So he's, or 25%, so he's down to 20%, and he lost the majority. And he hit me up concerned that he was about to get fired and muscled out of his own company. They were going to force a corporate buy opportunity or something like that through the operating agreement that he initiated. I mean, when he had majority shareholdership, it was great for him, you know, because I mean, I wrote it, I crafted it, but when he lost the majority, he was really hurting. And I had to assist him in, you know, really keeping his job, which turned into a job from a company that he started. So I think that's a great point what you just said. You know, the more money that you're able to put into your own business, to your own endeavor, it allows you to keep more control of your business in the long term, long, you know, down the road and stuff. Because you never know what could happen or what could be potentially happen. I mean, you can get your business started, you know, pay down all the line of credits. So now you got, you know, $80,000, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 worth of available credit across all those, you know, trade lines or credit cards or whatever they are. And then, you know, maybe something happens with your business. So that way you don't have to go find investors. you can just, use your own credit lines that you established during this process. Basically, what I'm saying is it's best not to burn it up. It's best to, make the business pay it back, pay it down, and then keep those lines available for if there's any emergency in the future, or you need to remain liquid. Because always something happens. Always.
Exactly. That's savage, man. So they're trying to punk him out of his own company?
Oh man, he was hurt. He said he was losing sleep. He said he knew he didn't want to call me because he didn't want to have me tell him I told him so, and that he knew he should have talked to me before he did it. But all these excuses of why he didn't hit me up, and please help him, and he was even going to the point of trying to maybe even sue them, or and I had to consult him through the process. He didn't like the way one of the investors was talking to him. He's the CEO, but he wasn't telling him he was a CEO. He felt like he was going to get fired. They were talking about reducing his salary when they voted again, and he lost the majority control, so they could have voted. Man, it was really bad. He was really scared. Like scared, not concerned. Man was scared. And he still only has 20% of his own company. And he's like, it's gotten to the point where I'm actually doing physical labor. I'm doing the labor. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And the company makes a lot of money, but it has to do with very high altitudes and stuff like that. And it's like, man, that's not. The company took you over, man. You got to play by your own company. Everybody thinks they know what they're doing. We all get to a certain age, and we feel like we know what we're doing. Can't nobody tell us nothing. And I got this until it goes all bad, and then we're trying to find someone to help us in our emergency because we didn't plan. And the lack of planning on our part usually constitutes an emergency on a professional's part or a consultant's part. Like now it's my emergency. Now I need to run to your rescue, and you want to throw money at me and responsibility and stuff like that. But really, it's just, man, we got all that.
Yeah, we can avoid. It's all avoidable.
You're not giving up controlling. You're not giving up controlling interest. I even told him, I was like, I could have got you to my guy, maybe got you some credit funding, so on and so forth. Like, he was kicking himself. Close my phone with Fed. If you don't ask, no one will tell you. Hey, man, you know anybody that can, any ways we can get some money? Or do you know anything? Because this is what's going on. Man, how many doors that one question, those couple sentences will open for you? So my thing is especially if you get in a situation where you ain't never been before, find somebody who's been there or is there currently. Find someone who can consult you. The wealthiest people on this planet have the most highest paid consultants. And a lot of people will say the wealthiest people on this planet, the people who make the moves, they also have astrologists and all types of stuff. It's not an ego thing. You can't do everything. Too much to be done. But I just wanted to, share that story because, man, hey, that stuff happens every day. You can scream and pout and stomp your feet all you want, but once you lose control of your company or your entity, it happens with trust too. You think it'll happen with trust? You think a trust hasn't been set up and the family lost control or the original trustees lost control? It happens all the time. All the time. Yeah, put your own skin in the game. And, make sure you're in a position to be able to, handle those emergencies or those, those liquidity issues, those liquidity crises or crises. Go ahead, man. Sorry about that.
Oh no, that was a perfect. You expounded on that perfectly. I'm gonna wrap up on revolving. I just the main benefit of that of using revolving credit is that you only make payments on what you borrow. So it's keeping you lean and flexible. Borrow anywhere in the middle of, you don't want to max it out, so you can borrow, just what you need for that time, or you can borrow up to the whole credit limit, which, unless you have some kind of plan, is not the best idea, especially with interest, unless it's 0% and you liquidate it right and you just know what you're doing. But, when you're done, pay your balance off or down to around 30%, and you can borrow again as long as you made and continue to make on-time payments so that your account is in good standing and your balance remains under the overall credit limit. So, like I said, as long as you keep it around 30, a must. Just keep it below 50. I know they got 60% on the website, but 50 is really that, once you get past that, you're already looking kind of, you need to pay something down. It's gonna hinder you. And you also want to make sure you don't have too many inquiries on your credit report. The amount of inquiries that you have tells the credit bureaus how frequently you apply for capital. And the last thing that you want to do when going for funding is to, look or appear to be desperate. Like, oh, you've been running over here to them, you've been running over. Nobody wants sloppy seconds, and they don't know what you got going on. And the requirements really are not strenuous. They really are not strenuous. They're listed right there on the site. But I'll run through because I need to memorize every piece of it anyway. But a 680 FICO or higher is required for funding to qualify, preferably 700 plus. A 680, unless like if you have military, the absolute minimum is 650, 660. But you're limiting yourself to certain institutions, looking out. They appreciate you, your service, and they're a little more generous with their lending. It sounded like you was about to ask me, so I'll say something. Let me
I was going to say that's
point.
FICO. You said 680 FICO score.
Not Advantage score.
That's not Advantage. That's not Credit Karma.
Equifax provides a FICO, and Experian provides it, and TransUnion provides it. But who wants to go to 3 websites to get them?
What about Credit Karma? Credit Karma provides a FICO.
Credit Karma is a Vantage score. You can't take a Credit Karma credit report and go to the car dealership unless it's like a buy here, pay here, and like you're not. Most of them, every lender wants to see a FICO score. If you go buy a house, they're looking at FICO. They don't care about them. And we do have a Equifax only option. It's not really advertised like that, but there is a Equifax only. So you might have somebody might have battered your TransUnion or something, and you got something only showed up on Experian or whatever. You just want to use because your highest score is Equifax. There's the option for that as well. It's just a 50-50 chance that you get approved or you don't, but that is an option.
Okay, cool. Want to clarify?
All revolving balances need to be below 60% of your total credit limit, preferably between 30 and 50. Those were the notes I was provided, but from my knowledge, man, they need to be as low as you can get them. 10% is the sweet spot, 20%. If you got $100,000, let's just say $10K card. You got $10,000 credit card. You don't need to be using more than 2 of it. When going through funding. Now after that, do what you do it. But when going through funding, I wouldn't use no more than $2,000. If it was a $10,000 card, 20%, 30 max, but 50 is the absolute cutoff. Like don't. It's not even worth your time because now you look like. Put yourself in the shoes of the creditor. They see that you have their competitors loaned you money before they did, and probably more or just about the same amount as they did. How do they know what kind of certainty do they have that you will pay them back in a timely manner, or that you would choose to pay them first if it all fell down and you had to pick sides on who's going to get paid first, and they'd rather not deal with you. And that's why that's important.
Hey, real quick, y'all, if you checking out the show online, we are going to stream for a little bit, so you're going to want to call in 424-222-5250. You got 30 seconds. I know it's last minute. I apologize. But, we're going to stream for a little bit, but we're about to start streaming, and once you do that, if you fall off, you got to catch the archives. So you got about 20 seconds, 424-222-5250. All right, man, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my bad. I'm listening to you, man. I'm back in the mix. I was looking at a message, to be real. It caught me off guard. Cats here, and they're listening to the show. How do you own it? No, I don't own the company. I'm a consultant for the company, though. It's a very strategic partnership. We exchange value, and so far, so good. It's a nice fit. I probably could have just responded via text, but, other people probably want to know the same thing. Okay, where were we? 3 or more seasoned trade lines. Oh, we talking about the revolving balances. You want to keep them low. You want to keep them low. Anytime you apply for capital, keep them low. The thirstier you look, the more they're going to charge you for a bottle of water. That's just how the game goes. So, you want to make sure you have 3 or more seasoned primary lines of credit, though. Seasoned as in at least 2 years of history. Revolving, meaning not an installment, not a P-lot, not a personal loan, an actual revolving like a credit card. Below 60%. So those cards that are revolving or just revolving accounts in general need to be below 60 max, preferably, around 30. Because that's what hicks a lot of people up. They're like, oh, well, I got this, I got that in my score, because it hasn't hit yet that you use it so much debt, and you're looking to get more to buy yourself out of it, to buy things. And now you kind of taking on a mini version of what the United States does every so often. I mean, so much debt, let me try to borrow more and get myself out. It doesn't work that way. You need to have no more than 4 inquiries per credit reporting agency within the last 90 days on your report. You might have a few of them lingering on there and need to get removed. That, we can definitely route you to get your profile, get it looking the way it needs to look, especially if those were not authorized. But you definitely don't want to have more than 4. That, again, goes back to making you look desperate on paper, because, they're not talking to you directly. No bankruptcies within the last 5 years reflecting on your credit report. So you could have had a bankruptcy, so you don't, as long as it's not showing up on your credit report, you're still eligible. And you meet all the other requirements, you're still eligible. Still eligible. Now, that's another topic for another time as far as, okay, well, how do you get the bankruptcy off? You said the last 5 years, but those stay on my credit report for 10, right? No, they don't. They don't have to, but that, again, we can do another. That goes back to me with that other platform that I'm working with those guys on, and lady. I won't count you out, but that goes back to that platform right there to get those removed so you can get in the game. You don't need to have collections, judgments, late payments, none of that going on within the past 12 months. Those are all public records. You don't want to have any negative public records. So it's not as strenuous as walking into the bank and they ask you, okay, what are your assets? They want to collateralize something. Gimme, before I give you these reserve notes. Gimme, take this PI. And can I see your bank statements? How much revenue are you making? What's this? What's that? What did you have for breakfast? Okay. They don't want to It's not as strenuous. You just meet these requirements. And again, they're listed under the requirements section on the main page of Lender's Pocket. And you can do this as many times as you want, as long as you stay in the right boundary. You keep your credit in good standing. You do this as many times as you want. There's no limit on it. There's nothing stopping. The inquiries are really the handbrake. Man. You let those fall off and do it again, as long as you service. You may service it by using reserve notes, promissory notes, restricted. You do what you do. Just service it. And matter of fact, when you go to sign up, if and when you sign up, I want all of the visitors who heard about it from this show to use 1016 in the reference number field when signing up. So if you go on the website, click get started or apply now. When you fill out that application and it asks for a reference number, put in 1016 so we know where you came from. We can keep track of everything and everything gets handled the way it's supposed to internally. I definitely wanted to put that part in there.
Yeah, 1016.
Correct. 1016.
So they know they're coming with you. Gonna get some special expedited treatment just because they throw in the Toran number or the foundation number or whatever number it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Say that one more time. My bad.
I'm saying that's the code number for the expedited treatment.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We with Toran over here, 1016, and they come get us off the line with everybody else.
Yeah. We know exactly what's up with those. Them people. Or you don't have to put one in and just sit in the line. But for the ones who follow instructions, 1016 in the reference number box. It's not strenuous. Just ask you about a dozen questions real quick. You got to sign up. Matter of fact, you can go ahead and pull your credit report from signup.procredit.com. And either now, so you know what you have going on, or if you already know, it'll prompt you to do that when you click on Apply Now. Before you begin, it's a button that says Get My Scores or something like that. Check My Score. Sign up, get the credentials, provide them. Quick 12 questions. And once you get pre-qualified, then you go do a more extensive application. But, you'll know there'll be an estimate about how much your profile is, quote-unquote, worth, or how much it could yield upon completion of that application. It's very simple, man. It's so easy. I feel like partnering, being able to set some of the load off to these guys, and having a system to be able to run it all on, it allows me to do what I do best, educate the people, man. So I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I know I'm not, because it's just I haven't had a system or a team to come lift that load in this department specifically, since I began. So it's a great feeling. I'm still getting used to it.
Man, yeah, man. I was wondering, are you going to have to do your own thing? You're going to be on a partner with some people, because I know you got some real specific, but more specifically, real information that is actual and functional. So, I'm glad that you were able to find, a crew or a company that shares your vision and stuff. And I can hear it in your voice, man. That's really cool, man. Congratulations on that. And, as we begin to wrap up, is there anything you think you missed? I know you said you feel like you were forgetting something. Or is there anything that you think bears repeating just for clarity? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, my main thing, but the main takeaways is have a plan. If you're thinking about, pursuing this option, it's easy. You can borrow $1 million faster than you can go, earn it, generate it, unless you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows a lot. But have a plan. Either way, even when you borrow it, have a plan. That's A. That's number one. 2, don't wait around. If you know you wanna, this is the year, it's the top of the year. Well, the month is almost out. Time is flying, but don't wait around. Go ahead and make a move. You got from now till the end of, until it's time to do taxes again. It's a fresh fiscal. Use it. Do something with it. Don't be in the same position next year. Because we don't even know if you'll be able to get access to this capital next year. Like, it's happening right now. And I don't want to scare nobody. I just want to know, like, the people behind all this, they're not bullshit. Like, this economic climate is not what's popping right now. So, get it while the getting is good, I don't want nobody, you could have told me, you could have told. I told you, I'm telling your ass right now. Get off your ass, for the ones who need some more motivation and get it set up. You said you was going to do it last year. You're still in the same position. Like, do something about it. Do something about it. Get structured properly. Get educated. Know what questions to ask before consulting with me and my colleagues or, my constituents. My brother So L. Know what's going on and educate yourself. Put some skin in the game prior to just jumping on the phone, paying your little money for the contract. We don't want your money. We don't need your money. I mean, speak for me. I don't know. I know, you're pretty straight, but I'm just saying we don't need it. So educate yourself. Have some acumen about yourself. Have some assertiveness about yourself. And I know I may be more blunt than you are. That's why I'm not a radio person now, man. I don't, don't come with the bullshit. Have your shit together. Let's get to it, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into cultivating these relationships, and I will not let a worthless, reserve no fiat currency or, somebody who I want it more than you do. That's not gonna work that way. It's not going to work. So don't even waste your time. But if you're really about business and you really want to grow and you really want to, put the capital into it and see your dreams come true and you can work your plan, let's talk. Fill out an application. You might not deal directly with me, but if I spot it, I'll try to get a hold of it. Like, that's 1016. Let me hold that. Let me call them. Let me talk to them. Let me, really trying to help my people before it's all bad because it's, government shut down. You can't even go get an EIN right now. You can't get an EIN right now.
Yeah, can't. I've had people hit me up like, so how do I get an EIN? I'm like, man, you don't right now, man. Can't. Can I call them and get the phone, the 988 number? Nah, man. No, closed. Yeah, I think that was very well said. I definitely appreciate you coming back on the show. The foundation, bringing your knowledge, your heavy knowledge with you. I know, it's heavy, it's hard to carry, but we definitely appreciate it.
Man, I'm stumbling. Yeah, it's not so, I can't say but so much on the air, so I'm like, let me, okay, no, say that.
Can't say that.
I'm really trying to get y'all life, man. It's enough out here for everybody. So the more you have, the merrier we all are. So. That's one less thing. Somebody trying to take off the next person.
Yeah, truly. So I think we got. You want to do a caller, or you want to get out of here?
Yeah, man. It's up to you. We can run through them. I know people got questions. If they do, if they don't. That's what the FAQ section for. But I want to talk to people if they really got questions. Like that, because that's a short little brief section. I need to, see what I can do to have that expanded or collect some data. We still got stuff to do, but I definitely want to hear what, hear some callers.
I mean, that was very condensed. I mean, that was a lot of stuff dropped. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people, you know, are gonna go check out the, excuse me, check out the archive, and maybe you ought to take more notes. You can't rewind right now. But yeah. I mean, you could do some callers. I mean, you got any questions that you got some questions? I guess we can go to the callers. I feel like I'm starting to, not necessarily get away from the caller section, but not do it every time. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get, especially host. I don't want to make it a requirement. Like, we're going to callers, you know. But we can take some callers. All right, so let's do 216 area code 2369. 216-2369. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from? 216-2369. Oh, that's you. You there?
Peace.
Oh, no, they ain't.
You gotta hear the echo. That's a
background. Yeah. All right, let's do 718. We got a 718 here. 718-8092. Peace. Which name are you calling from?
Peace, Toran. Peace, Toran. This me, Dal, caller from New York. How y'all doing?
Peace. Great. How about yourself?
I'm okay. Do you still have the Upland credit? Are you still dealing with that? Toran L?
Not at all, man. Not at all.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Not at all.
Oh, so this is it.
Yeah, that was a bad situation.
Break.
That was yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to clarify that because people probably still gonna call that, still thinking you down with that, Okay.
Nah, I mean it's all of it's been like nobody can. I would have come on the air and rectified or whatever, but that's been dissolved, so nobody can even do anything with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I made sure of that.
All right. I
did make sure of that.
Okay. All right. That's good. Well, it's always a pleasure talking to y'all. I love you guys for coming on. Keep up what you're doing. And I'm going to let y'all take the next caller.
Well, you know what? Before you go, I want to make sure you understand and everybody who's listening that the same material and the same tactics with a little more added to it will be provided via, this platform that I'm working on now. Kind of a side project, but I'll be picking up more of the load here shortly. It'll provide the same services, but better. We dealt with some partners who were not noble, and that's all I'll say about them, But, before I let my people get, effed over and I'll dissolve the whole company and move on. So, and that's kind of what that was. And I don't mind sharing that on, in the public, because that's what it was.
Yeah, they were looking for the right opportunity. Yeah, some people look for the right opportunity, stab you in the back, That.
Oh, yeah. And I wasn't the complexion for the connection. You know what I mean? So when it all went bad, I was gonna be the one left out of the street. With fingers pointing at me. So that's their karma.
Yeah.
That's their karma.
Yeah, I remember what So L said maybe about a year ago. He tried dealing with people who don't look like him.
Yeah, money green, well, gold and silver. But at the end of the day, it's all about character. And I don't care how much money you can provide me or make with me, if you're, less than desirable person to be around and you're not, noble and it's no honor amongst thieves. Is basically what I'm trying to say,
And it's a new year too, right? It's a new year too. I want to start it off good. I'm starting off good too, like that. All money's not good money, and so I'm starting off good like that. If they can't come correct, they ain't gonna see me. I ain't got to hear from them. They ain't sparing my thoughts.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So peace and love. I'm gonna let y'all take the next caller. Thank you.
All right. Peace.
Thank
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Peace.
man. Peace and love, man. Thanks for calling in, family. All right, we got one of them nights with the switchboard. What is it? 925-9681. I know this is repeat.
What's good? What's good? How you guys both doing?
Great.
Right,
Peace. Biggity. This Brian from the Bay.
Yeah, man. I was making real quick. I just wanted to call and say, appreciate what both of y'all are doing, like always, and enjoy listening to the show and just showing my support. And that's pretty much it. I ain't trying to waste no more time because there might be somebody else out there who want to speak up. But I just want to let y'all know, y'all both doing what you're doing. Appreciate it, especially you with the whole platform to make it easy for people to do this. So, yeah, a lot of people need to step on this real quick.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you.
That's it, my man.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. We'll wrap it up in the private,
Yep. Appreciate you both. One thing I will say, Soap, is I guess I'll be contacting you. I'll try to contact you tomorrow or something. But, yeah, man, keep doing what y'all do, man. Nothing but love out here in the Bay.
Yeah, man. Call me, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Peace and love, man.
Peace.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call it, man. Go ahead and call
cool.
it. So, yeah, man. Once again, I definitely want to, thank you for coming.
Appreciate you having me
on this day, And we definitely gonna get it down. Congratulations once again with the partnership with Lender's Pocket. Anything else you want to say on the way out, fam?
1016. When you sign up, that's what you need to know. You need to know who you are. Wait in line. Yeah.
I will definitely be talking to you.
That's about it. I appreciate you having me, man. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Peace. All right, y'all. That was Toran L. The brother, definitely blessed again with another appearance here in the public. Made a special appearance here on the foundation. I trust that y'all got your time's worth, your investment worth, with regards to the stuff that my man was kicking. Hopefully we are able to pick up what he was putting down. If not, make sure you check out the archive, download the show, whatever you got to do. Rewind it, record it, take notes. I do want to congratulate the brother again. I'm very happy for him, making that connection with, lenderspocket.com. That's a big thing. It's a big thing, and, it's not always a situation where we need to be working, just by ourselves, for ourselves. We need to be partnering with people in the private. Understand how to do business from a private standpoint with those private protections, but also using the instrumentalities that are available to oneself. And in this instance, we're talking about, credit. I mean, whether there's a credit squeeze or not, if you have things available to you and you're not taking advantage of those things, it's on you. With that being said, expand, be your best. Let's us do our best to expand our minds in the way that we think, and not only the way we think, but the way we perceive ourselves and perceive the things that we can do. Perceive, sizes of the homes that we live in and the modes of conveyance that are available to us, in the future, whether it's, a near future or, a more long-term future. And, maybe challenge the things that we think that we can do, the things that we think and believe that we can achieve, and, the ways by which we, choose to achieve these things, these little, maybe limited views of ourselves. And, maybe you should sit down and think, man, like, what would I do with $200,000? If I had $200,000, $180,000 cash right now, what would I do? And to most of us, it's kind of scary, let's be honest. That's something scary to think about. A lot of responsibility. That's why I think it's, very important to have a plan. But when you have a plan, things start coming to you. You start having a certain mind state to attract certain people, individuals, enterprises, energies, and opportunities. So, I feel it's really important, for us to challenge our limitations and try our best to not, continually be in a position where we feel comfortable. Because, I feel like when I'm comfortable, I don't feel like I'm growing. And if I'm feeling comfortable, at least I'm going to read something, learn something or something. I don't know, it's how I feel. But, there are opportunities, there are things available to us if we, can have certain disciplines. And, the brother spoke on that eloquently, specific credit disciplines that will enable, individuals to access, record amounts of capital, things that we probably have never thought about having at one time, just in the hands, like wow. Or available in a specific checking account that you can write a check on, or, call them and say, hey, could you raise the limit for this debit card? How much, sir? Could you raise it to $60,000? Well, yes, sir. And if you want to lower it, you can call us back and we'll lower it for you. Okay, thank you. And just run a $60,000 Visa transaction. I mean, something to think about. And that's what we're getting into, in this fiscal new year. So I do want to say thank you for checking out the foundation. Make sure you check out welcometothefoundation.com. Check out the PDF section, get your learn on, get a different perspective of, how we interface, in this commercial realm. I do want to thank, Brother Toran L. once again. I guess I could say Toran L. from Lender's Pocket, lenderspocket.com. Definitely got the nod from the brother. And, we're moving forward with that. I trust him. And, I trust, I checked out Lender's Pocket myself. I went to the website. It's very clean. And he's making it happen. You get the Toran or, the foundation treatment. If you're looking to sign up or do any type of business with Lender's Pocket, make sure you put in for reference code when they ask you. Reference code number 1016, that's 1016. Foundation treatment with that. Make sure everything gets going. I'm just looking through, pushing to help you get into a better position. So, fundamentally, and from the foundation up, we're able to have a positive change and effect on our lives and the lives around us. As you can see, I'm looking to surround myself with individuals who think in that same manner. So, with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Really appreciate y'all for checking out the show. The Foundation's been going for a while. Make sure you check out welcometothefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list at the very least. Download some free PDFs. And, check us out next week when we come back, here on High Frequency Radio Network. So I do want to say, once again, email me if you need a consultation or you want to get in contact with Toran. If you want to do a consultation with Toran or something, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. We didn't say none of that. But that's admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Other than that, man, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Do your best. And take care of yourself. Go easy on yourself. Love yourself. And, enjoy your week. I'll talk to you next week here on the High Frequency Radio Network. Appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.